whatever. But I have a question in terms of like, if I'm going to start doing my own projects and working with friends and like just doing a close-knit project, what's your advice in terms of how did you guys hit the festival circuit, and what do you think is a convention, like is that still the way to get your film noticed? I mean, you guys have your names behind it, but
I don't think I don't think it's necessarily the only way to do it these days because of the internet.
Yeah. Well, how was the process for you guys in terms of submission?
Well, the process for us was very crazy. I mean, it's such a difficult film to sell, you know, because you really, you know, you try and pitch it, people don't get it, you know, so it's like, and then you're either going to like I said before, you're either going to like or not like a film like this. You're either going to go with it or not. So, you know, you screen it for people, and it's like anybody you're going to do a screening for that have to make big money decisions are not the audience that you're going to be hoping watches it. We hope that your age watches it. You know, that's where we geared it toward. College, you know, from 18 to mid to late 20s. That's what we geared it towards. And anybody that has enough money to buy your movie is not going to be that age.
Yeah.
So you end up showing it to a bunch of old fogies my age in a screen theater thinking, what the fuck is this, you know? So, you know, it doesn't quite make sense, you know? So that didn't really work for us to go around to studios and try to sell it. That didn't work. I was totally against putting it at any film festival. We since then put it because what we did was eventually found a guy to grandfather it for us. A guy named Mark Ehrman, who Mark used to run Lionsgate. He helped start Think Films. He's a very substantial dude in the business. But now he's left all that, and he's off doing his own thing, which is a sort of, not marketing, but a sort of, in a way, how would you explain what Mark does?
Well, he knows how to sell films.
He knows how to sell a film. He takes it and grandfathers it and tries to sell it for you. To not sell it not just in a monetary way, but sell it, the idea to people. Not just necessarily to make money on it, but just you should see this film.
People interested.
Right. So we got somebody like that, or I got somebody like that behind it. And it started to be, then it started to go to festivals because of Mark. Not because I submitted it, but because Mark did his little magic thing, whatever he does. And then Mark got the right kind of companies to, and I'm allowed to say it because I had the meeting today.
Oh,
yeah. So Mark Ehrman got the right kind of company like Tribeca Films to see our film. They loved it and they bought it.
Yeah.
So our film just sold. So it's tough. You know, it's tough. But I would say you got to just think about every avenue you can think about to get it out there. It just doesn't have to be festivals. Is my point.
Yeah.
I mean, what are you thinking about it? Like, what would be your idea about how to get a film out?
I'm actually a marketing advertising major,
Yeah.
so it kind of does like drill my business mind into play, and then going to the creative side of film and being able to work with friends and stuff has been really rewarding. So I think like it's just I think with the digital and everything, I think that's probably something to look into, and just word of mouth and awareness, and trying to reach my age. Also, the website Kickstarter, I don't know if you guys have heard of it. Yeah, that's been like a really cool way for a lot of my friends to raise funding for their projects.
Yeah, they do it all the time. I was in Savannah, and a lot of the kids at SCAD there, at the college there, are doing that Kickstarter.
Yeah, and then like it just gets kind of people involved and like thinking about it. But wait, thank you for answering my question. I just wanted to tell you that I have a good friend in England who's a horror filmmaker, and I told him I was coming here tonight, and he was extremely jealous. So your film is making it overseas there.
Oh,
I'll add one thing about festivals, though. The great thing about festivals now is that there's all kinds of festivals and all kinds of genres. So there's a whole crop of a whole subset of festivals that, you know, horror film festivals. I don't know if there's any horror film musical festivals, but there are definitely and there's in fact actually there is a festival that does music films, but in Europe and
There's some in Chicago too.
There's also a lot of festivals that do. I mean, if you're going to talk about where our film would fit, there's a lot of festivals that simultaneously do music festivals and film festivals together, which would be perfect for a film like ours. But if you're talking about like a non-musical thing, which you most likely are, he's absolutely right that there are fringe festivals, so many within every state, that are great, where a lot of great people go to, great artists go to. You know, not, because everybody always talks about, and I never go to them anymore, Sundance and this one and that one and that one. But there are fringe festivals where you will see the greatest artists that you'll be shocked that they're there. But it's like, wow, you know, you can really spend time with very talented people in fringe festivals in this country. It's amazing. And also in Europe.
Yeah. Thank you.
The mics.